So the DBrand Grip's been out for a while, and there's a ton of reviews for it, and lots of you have been asking for it. So after a lot of, I'll say, foot dragging, I went and bought one, and dropped my iPhone a bunch of times in it. So what does a guy who reviews cases for a living think about the DBrand Grip? Well, the best thing about the DBrand Grip is, well, the grip, the handling. But it doesn't really stand out above the rest of the other grippy cases that I've used. Now, overall, the grip scores slightly above the average slim case. For my scoring system, it gets 3.9 A's out of 5, whereas the average case that I review is 3.8 A's out of 5. So it's just like this much better, like such a minuscule amount. The only thing that it kind of bumps it above the average case is that, other than the grip, you could spend more money to buy a custom 3M cover for the back of the case. But personally, I wouldn't care about that because I would just want a case with usable buttons, which the DBrand Grip is not. So for the rest of this review, I'm going to dive deeper into the details of this review. I'm going to show you a bunch of drops and then compare it against other grippy cases. So let's get started. At MobileReviewsEh, Monty and I base all our reviews on actual usage. And we'll be honest with you, Monty and I have pretty much seen it all when it comes to cases. But what constantly surprises us isn't the product, it's the marketing fluff. Now, DBrand does a great job in terms of overall marketing fluff. In DBrand's marketing video for the grip, there's guitar smashing, there's way too many clips of a fast car, there's gymnastic rings, some guy screaming, and a meet cute. That's right, a meet cute. Honestly, as I was watching this video, it's a freaking iPhone case. Yeah. When it comes to design, I thought the DBrand Grip was thin and light. I thought that until I compared it against some of the other more recent cases I've reviewed, still reviewing, and it's just as big as the Mous Clarity, any case from Casetify, and this Pelican case that I really like, that I kind of forgot what it's called, but it is definitely smaller than the Gear 4 Platoon. The case does fit the iPhone quite well and won't slide around easily on a flat surface. The edge of the case extends past the bulk of the case, so it does keep the back raised. Other cases with features similar to this include the Mous Clarity, but unlike the Clarity with its scratch-resistant coating, the back of the DBrand Grip scratches quite easily. But this is only an issue if you decide to leave it bare. The relatively boring back of the case is designed for you to customize the look of the back, but it's only for the back. If you got a colorful iPhone XR, then your case edge is still going to be black and nothing else. The inside of the case has a nice felt texture, which is probably a piece of microfiber. Now, this may seem extraneous, but the microfiber back does a better job of preventing your iPhone from being scratched in the off chance the dust and debris get caught between your iPhone and the back of the case. Now, overall, the texture of the case is nice, I'll say, but I don't think it's the grippiest case in the world. The marketing fluff says it has revolutionary grip, but I hardly think putting on a landing strip of bumps counts as revolutionary. The Moshi Talos has it, the OtterBox Traction has them, and the Spec Presidio grips have had them for years. Now, if you need something a bit more aggressive in terms of grip, you could get a full TPU case, like the ones from Tech 21, or if you're completely paranoid about dropping your slippery iPhone, get a loopy case. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is the trademark crescent arc design. Now, DBrand basically lowers the edge of the case along the middle so that gesturing on your iPhone, on the newest iPhones anyways, isn't annoying. And let's face it, gesturing on the iPhone is actually pretty great. The crescent arc is a nice feature, but DBrand isn't the only one who does it, as this design feature also shows up on a bunch of other cases like the ones from Mous. Now, if you've seen our Mous Clarity review, you know that lower edge sometimes causes a tiny bit of a problem when it comes to bad drops. Now, speaking of iPhone Access, despite being marketed with springy polymers that not only retain button tactility, but improves it, the button access on our grip for the iPhone XR is just poor. Actually, it's downright terrible, in my opinion. Honestly, bashing my iPhone into the corner of this table and not having the iPhone do anything is kind of terrible, considering that it's incredibly easy to turn my iPhone on and off without the DBrand Grip on it. Now, when it comes to accessing all the other good bits on your iPhone, I had no issues with the camera access, the port access, and if you're into Qi charging, well, that works well with the DBrand Grip as well. Now, when it comes to protection, the DBrand Grip is marketed to having been engineered using advanced shocking absorbing polymers, giving you military-grade impact protection without sacrificing aesthetics. Now, as a side note, DBrand, let's talk about aesthetics, because I'm still wrapping my beautiful, beautiful iPhone with a lump of plastic that's black plastic. And aesthetically, I'm gonna say that's just balls. Now, DBrand doesn't explicitly state how high you can drop your iPhone in the DBrand Grip, but from my experience, if a company doesn't state how high it is, it's gonna be around 4 feet, which is basically texting height on me. So it's nothing spectacular at all. Literally, again, a slightly above average case. But I guess at the end of the day, the question that I have, and you probably have, is can the DBrand Grip take a hit? Short answer is no.
The problem with their crescent edge is that the screen protector is slightly exposed, and then you end up with the back of this iPhone was fine when I put it in, but after those 2 drops with the wee funky camera angles, my iPhone XR is definitely, well, pretty beat up, I'd have to say. So yeah.
So that's all I got for this video. If you're considering getting an iPhone case, don't get this one, get a different one. Check out the top 10 list on my website, or just, you know, get a mouse case. Like, honestly, they're just much better. And after my discount codes, they kind of cost the same amount of money. Questions, comments, leave them down there. If there's a case that you feel like I should review, let me know also in the comments section below. First time watching one of my videos, I do encourage you to click subscribe. Been producing content a little quicker these days, which is pretty exciting because I do like posting things to YouTube, but all these videos take a long time to do. Go. Pew.
Monty, fetch.
Blah, 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 blah.
I need to try to really mess up this phone.
So what is it?
It's good use of fuel, just hanging out in the parking lots.
Does do a better job of bread. I can't believe the rapper's lost. Now this may seem extraneous, but the microfiber back. Now this may seem extraneous, but the microfiber back does a better job of